Hello everyone, welcome to this review of the 2018 light cycle build. Psych! Nope, not that one. That's the official LEGO one. No. This is more like it. We're going to be taking a look at this awesome build, which is not my design. This is actually Brick Tech with Nate, another video with his awesomeness, I guess you could say. This is his design of the third generation light cycle from Tron Legacy, the sequel to the original, of course. Now, of course, this isn't the actual LEGO version. I'm going to do another video comparing this to the actual one, since I just showed the original one, or the actual build, the official set. But this is very nice. We're going to be taking a look at it. It does have one major issue. Other than that, it's pretty awesome. So we're going to be talking about it here. I also do have the Sam Flynn figure off to the side, so we can actually put him on here. Since, of course, this is, you know, a blight cycle. So you want a rider, right? It looks kind of weird without a rider. So, yeah, that's why I got a Flynn here. We'll move him, just put him off camera for a little bit. This thing is very, very good. When I was building this, it actually took quite a while for me because a lot of my MOCs, all their good parts have been used. So this took me about 2 hours to build. It's because I don't have a lot of good parts anymore. I kind of just use them all on other things like the bounty hunting ships and the Bat Cave and whatnot. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with MOCs from here on out. It just takes a toll on me a little bit. And I don't have a lot of pieces to choose from anymore, a lot of good parts, because I used them all. But I think it was worth it for this one. Now I will say, these parts are in gunmetal gray. They are not in black. That's because I didn't have those parts in black. Well, I didn't have two. I had one. So, yeah. I just had to use two, so I went with these cool, you know, light gray ones. I kind of gave it my own touch a little bit. I try to keep it as close to Nate's design as possible, so it's almost exactly the same. You'll notice this. This is a bright silver, radar dish piece. See, I didn't have 4 of these dark gray ones. I had to go with this lighter one, which actually, I'm going to give you a bit of a lore. So my character Zenith, that's my avatar. He built this, and this back wheel is actually a very expensive parts to buy with credits. So I essentially bought that, and I never replaced the other ones. So this one is just bright, shiny, expensive silver, and then these other ones have not been replaced yet. So that's why there's only one bright silver one, because I didn't bother replacing the other ones. So yeah, it's a little bit of backstory on that. I hope you can see everything. I'm gonna try to brighten it up a little bit so you can see it. It's all black, so it's kind of hard to see. It's got some translucent stuff as well. That's pretty good. Obviously, you know, translucent blue is Tron's kind of shtick. That's the color scheme mainly. And of course, black and blue play a big part in Legacy, whereas in the original, it was just more different colors. So that's cool. I'll show you a comparison, or like a size comparison for a minifig. Here's Mr. Generic. So you can see this thing is pretty long. It's not very tall, obviously, because it's more like a bike, so it's, you know, it's not supposed to be very tall. Light cycles are essentially just motorcycles, but like made of light, like energy. And you know what's really cool is, you know, the way they build themselves is you have the stick, and you grip your hands, you have your hands on the stick, you bend forward, and then the bikes build themselves around you. So that's pretty nice transformation sequence. It makes for a nice stop motion, I think. You'll notice this piece at the back. This is the light trail. So, you know, it's part of the game. You have to try to de-res your opponents. You have to try to ram them into your light trail, and that's how you win. This can be taken off like that, which looks pretty good. I'll just put that back on because it's supposed to be on there. This is where the minifigure goes here, the middle part here. So the figure is like leaning forward. It's even more so than in the set version, where in the build of the set, it's kind of like the minifigure is just like there. It's kind of just like clipped in. But this one is actually a little bit more elaborate. So the figure actually is built around the bike, like into it, which is cool. I like the shaping. It does look a little bit blocky, I will say, especially on the bottom. But that's what Lego is. You can't really get around that. You know, Lego is very, very blocky, of course, being a building block. So, yeah. I mean, you could try to get rid of that, but not really. It's kind of hard. My only big complaint with this, before we put the figure in so I can show you, my only big complaint is that the wheels do not turn, unlike the actual version, you know, the official builds, which can move. So if I bring the actual build here really quick, you can see that the wheels can actually spin. They can, which is, of course, it's very important for Lego things to spin, you know, especially a bike, like a motorcycle. This one cannot. That is just not something it can do. It's just made, that's just how it's made. Like, it's made from Technic parts, which means that it will not roll. So if I try to roll like this, you can see it doesn't really want to roll. It can actually spin, however, so that's something cool. But yeah, it cannot roll. This is meant to just be down like this. So yeah, it doesn't really want to roll. But oh well, it's not a big deal. It's just something, that's my biggest complaint, really. It's not that big of a deal. But, you know, it's just something to, you know, keep in mind if you're trying to build this, then, you know, just keep in mind that it will not actually spin. But let me get Flynn. Here's Flynn. Let me get him and put him on the bike. So it's kind of cool how you put a figure on here. You kind of have to take this top part off. It's kind of fidgety. It's almost kind of like how the actual set is, where you have to try to like kind of put him in here. It's extremely fidgety, but there we go. I think that's pretty good. Let me get it lined up here. Oh, dang it. Oh, the disc doesn't let you. Oh, that's kind of dumb. The identity disc won't let me attach it without taking parts off, so that's kind of weird. That's kind of interesting. So that's what Flynn looks like when he's actually on the bike. So it's kind of gappy, but who cares? It's still pretty nice. It's a lot more slim than the actual build. We'll get to that in the actual, you know, comparison. But it looks pretty good. I will say the identity disc is very pushed up against Flynn's head, which that's kind of awkward. But, whatever. So, yeah, this is the actual figure that comes with the actual set. So, this isn't with the MOC, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, that's what he looks like. He got these, a translucent piece. There's all these translucent parts, which look very good. And it was kind of a struggle for me to build this because of my limited parts. But I'm glad that I built something. At least I hope it's not, I know it's not 100% accurate to Nate's original MOC design, but it's pretty close. I mean, other than a little bit of differences, it's pretty much just the same build. It's just my own design. So it looks very, very sleek. It's a lot lighter than the actual set. The actual set is kind of thick, boy. It's a little bit of a chunky build. So, that's fine. But yeah, the cool thing is you can actually just use this kind of as, you know, to zoom it around like how it is in the film. So he actually looks like he's, you know, facing forward. You know, minifigures can't really bend. It's kind of hard. They can't really take their head and lift up, so it's a little awkward in that regard. But, I mean, that's just how minifigures are. So yeah, that's what he looks like in there. I'm going to take him off. I'm going to try to. take them off here. Okay, there we go. Yeesh. Put this back on. So that's the cycle. I think it is extremely good. I'd say it's almost better than the actual set build. Like, it has a lot more creativity. Like, it's not as accurate looking, I'd say, but it definitely feels more creative. It feels like, it's someone else's MOC. It's someone else's creation, which is pretty cool. And it's similar to the Brick Bros original design. If you don't know, they were the designers of the Tron set. And their first design wasn't able to spin like this. So that's cool, a bit of a callback. So I put some little parts, little touches of my own, but it's pretty similar to Nate's. I like how the wheels this time are actually, kind of see-through. So they're actually see-through. Unlike the Lego version, which is not, but that doesn't really bother me. So, yeah, it looks great. The bottom is blocky, but whatever. I did have to take some liberties with this, the Lightsaber Blade piece. The clips that are on there, I did have to kind of, add my own clips and stuff. This can angle forward, which is cool. And yeah, this is where the minifigure goes here. Right, oh, sorry. Right there. That's where they go. That's little studs to put them in. And it's really nice. I do kind of wish there was a little bit more detail, like here and here on the back, and maybe here to kind of cover up the hole a little bit. But, that's pretty good. I like these water bottle designs. A lot of people joke that on the actual set, these are like water bottles, pretty much. And they kind of are. They also are here, but they're more realistic here. And also, there's a little light on the front. So that's cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this thing. I'm gonna definitely be excited to show you the comparison from the actual one. Because there's pros and cons to both. They're not... I mean, I'd say the official set is as close to perfect as you're gonna get. But since the actual set is retired, it's gonna be kind of hard for people to get it now. Which, that's the bad part. So, yeah, I think this just looks magnificent. It just looks great. It's obvious that it's, a custom build. That's not a bad thing. And, yeah, I'll put Brick Tech with Nate's channel in the comments section of this video and the next one so that you can see his channel. He's got a bunch of other MOCs, not just this one. And he also does have a MOC on the original Tron bike, which I might review that in the future. I might just look at the picture and just share my thoughts, because I don't think I can build that. I just don't have the parts for that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you again to Brick Tech with Nate. And stay tuned for the next one, which we will compare the two, the actual one and this one. So that'd be fun. Thanks again to Nate, and it's great. You should see his channel. It's really a great channel. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me on the grid. Please take care. End of line.